Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in if you're new here. Thank you for lending your energy to this tribe. My name is Anu and I am your intuitive tarot host. Today's reading is very special. I'm bringing back the readings per sign. I know a lot of you missed that. It just unfortunately takes a really long time and it's been a little difficult with my schedule, but this is a special time. Why? Because we are starting the eclipse season of 2022, and eclipses fall on the north node south node axis. That's how it works. So this being the very first solar eclipse, it is partial. It's happening on the 30th of April, and what I'm going to do is just show you the houses that it affects for your sign. So please watch at least your rising and your sun, and if you're called to, also watch your moon, but rising and sun is what I would recommend. And then we'll see what tarot has to tell us, what moonology has to tell us, and how we can make use of this energy. Another 30 seconds on the intro. So what I'm gonna try, basically it's happening in Taurus, okay? So let's talk about that. It is happening in the sign of Taurus. This is where it talks about what we value, who we value, our possessions, even the food we eat. So this is what the second house is. It's all Taurus type qualities. Again, talks about being earthy, being grounded. So ambition is good. This is personal income, but to what extent? So those type of things come with Taurus. This is where the eclipse is happening. So that is important for us to know, like generally throughout this entire year, what's going to be the topic that will see some shifts. The other thing just want to keep in mind is this is actually happening very close to Uranus, okay? Uranus is the, it's the, let's say what is the word I want to use? It's the rebellious one among all the planets. What does that mean? This is the only planet that actually tilts to its side, okay? It doesn't want to sit straight. It'll always tilt to its side, and it's all about being rebellious. And what does that bring? It brings innovation. It brings a different way of thinking through things, breakthroughs, brainstorming, right? It also rules technology. So there may be some changes in tech. Now, if you just put these two together, money and tech, maybe digital currency, maybe some other digital assets, that's what we're going to see in the next year. So what this means for you in general, or actually for everybody, is something around material is where the eclipse is happening. With Uranus, it's going to be surprising. So be prepared for an aha moment, for a breakthrough, as I said before, or something completely unexpected that could happen around this eclipse. And you'll see it culminate over the next year, okay? This is not fast-moving energies. Eclipses have a very long, manifestation energy period. So something quickly could start and you could see it completely manifest or culminate over the next year. So those are two important things. And the last thing is, yes, it is with the North Node, because North Node is in Taurus at this moment. North Node is our destiny. Every year and a half, the North Node shifts in signs, okay, it goes backwards. Now it's in Taurus. The next year, well, pretty much halfway through this year already. So next year, let's say, you're going to be called to think, rethink, keep rethinking, and keep adjusting your strategy around what you value, okay? It doesn't mean everybody's changing jobs, but everybody is looking at things like, do I really want that picket fence? Do I really want a large house? Do I really want to buy, whatever, XYZ SUV? Or, do I really want to buy, you fill in the blanks. Those type of questions are going to come up. What's important to me? Is it relationship, or is it actually my career? Or is it both? Or do I want to have kids? Those type of things are going to come up for the next year, because that's the North Node that's pulling us towards it, okay? That's what we're supposed to lean into. So we'll leave this here. North Node is going to be there for another year. This impact is going to be there for another year, but this solar eclipse, just watch out for some surprises from Uranus. That's what I want to call out. And with that, let's get into our sign by sign, how this is going to impact you, okay? So we're going to start with Aries. Ooh, look at that as I cut the deck. The Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. Ooh, big changes. some major decision and about like feeling like it's about time. It's about time. You may have been waiting on something for a long time. So let's see what this is affecting. This is going to affect your second house. Second house literally is the house of Taurus, as we just talked about. So this is assets, material possessions, the food we eat, our wardrobe, how we make money. This is our income. It literally says credit score here. So, you know, all the luxuries, the finer things in life, all of that falls in the second house. And this is where the eclipse is happening for you. So what could this mean? This could mean you may have a new idea of how to make new income, or you may discover something new. You may want to change something up. It could be unexpected because we have Uranus here. Okay, so let's see what cards have to say. Okay, there is something unexpected and new, like completely jumping out of the blue. So we have the Page of Swords, and I'll walk you through these, how I'm thinking through the spread. The second house. Let's do it one more time. The focus. There you go. There you go. Money, money, money. Money, honey. Okay. Let's see. Judgment. I did have a feeling, is it something you've been waiting on for a long time? Yep, 5 of Cups. There is a little bit of that feeling that's still lingering underneath it all, underneath the surface. Let's see. We have the Emperor. Ooh, you're showing up. You're the boss. This is boss energy, really, with the Emperor. This is your major arcana. And then, oh, I see something actually flipped over here. So let's pull this out. I'm gonna put this somewhere over here because I feel the energy. Wow, excuse that loud motorcyclist. Yeah, some energy kind of feels over here coming from the past. Yep, absolutely, the bottom deck energy, we have the Ten of Swords. So what this eclipse may bring to light for you is, again, we're talking in the money sector, in the income sector, your personal income sector. There are some, you have 2 10s here, and then you have a 20. 10, 10, 20. Oh, 3 10. This is the 9, sorry, it looked like 10. A lot of completions, and as we cut the deck, we had seen the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a big cycle completing. It may feel like it's been a very, very long cycle. For some of you, like for example, you may not have gotten a raise, or maybe you were trying a side business that just wasn't taking off, anything like that, like related to second house, or maybe some investments were really stuck, something like that. But it's coming to fruition with the Judgment here. That's closing out. So if it was like a legal case, if you were waiting on some decision, that's coming through. And this is a very powerful energy, especially with Taurus and Judgment. I feel like you've probably done a lot of inner work in understanding, as I said, what is valuable to you, or who is valuable to you. Now there is, so just watch out for this energy. I mean, this is good. Obviously with these two 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands, we know we are exhausted, okay? Don't let that affect you so much that your inner being is really stuck in that disappointment, okay? We all go through experiences, and sometimes, you know, things as big as the universe and the planets are so huge, and we're just like a tiny speck, and we don't have control over everything, right? So your focus should really shift from here, because this is subconscious, this is conscious. Look at what you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about how to bring that boss ass energy forward, pardon my French, right? This is like really calling you for a step into your power, to take the charge. There is a new opportunity. It is going to come unexpectedly, and it's going to surprise you. Again, we have Uranus, but this is something you haven't done in the past. This is also Sword, so it's very intellectual. Maybe a new creative idea that could be, you could be planting. This is going to lead to a lot of happiness. You have the 9 of Cups over here. Absolute wish fulfillment. So watch out for those aha moments. Watch out for those ideas that come through. Could also be a person. Usually I don't pick up people or other people in my readings, but that's coming through. This could be like an idea from somebody younger than you. So it could be a child, a cousin, whoever, right? It could be an intern, because I do take pages as my intern cards. It could spark something in you. So be open to that. And now the advantage is the creativity may be externally inspired, but then you are the one who's going to see that idea through vision to strategy to execution. Does that make sense? So something good is happening in the money sector. And I'm only going to do clarifiers if I'm drawn to. Your spread is very, very clear. So let's see what could help you the most. What could be the most beneficial to you around this eclipse? Whoa. Okay. We have Leo, the lover. So lover showing up again. This could also be a partner that inspires you. Now Leo is, again, it is all about shining, coming out and taking center stage. It is also about expressing yourself, creativity. So that's why I feel there is something, tap into your creativity. If you're getting a creative idea, that may be the right thing to try out. And again, remember, it's a 1-year cycle, so it's not going to bring you results right away, but this could be the perfect seed that you could plant. So what's going to help you is you be expressive, you be creative, be playful, try to be a little more upbeat. That's going to like really kick up your creativity even more and bring you that idea on how to actually grow your assets at the end of the day. All right. So Aries, let's get you one closing message from the Moon Oracle. You have your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Again, Taurus energy very prominent for you. And this is what I was saying, that there may be a creative idea, but you need to bring it to fruition, right? So you pick up on it, you identify that as being the seed that you want to plant, and then you build your plan, and you know it's going to make you happy. Both like intrinsically, I feel, with the 9 of Cups being here, it's like inner happiness. They're just like so happy and content. But then also with the big pentacle here and the second house, this will bear fruit, financial fruit over time. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aries. Thank you for watching. I love Taurus. Let's see where this solar eclipse is affecting you. Oh, of course, first house, because this is happening in Taurus, in your sign. Now, again, this is North Node. You may be called to really make some changes in your identity, in your physical body, in your self-image, what's your philosophy, how you think. Like first house is everything. How you self-identify. How do you see yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, philosophically, anything, right? Anything like that. And then because we have Uranus here, which is like a sudden breakthrough or a sudden change, you may find yourself doing something really spontaneous related to your image. And this could be either you have changed your status in a way that your I don't know why I'm being drawn to say that the way you portray yourself to the world, you want to change that. And it could be a very sudden change, okay? All of a sudden, let's say this is just an example that's coming through, so I have to speak to it as the message is channeled through. For example, you may have been somebody very religious and all of a sudden you don't want to be, or vice versa, that you may finally find something of that is so big value. It's a new faith, but you identify with that and you kind of portray that to the world. Or it could be something as simple as getting a haircut, changing your, again, I'm not saying that's a simple thing, of course. Like I went through decades of having like really waist-long length hair. And then when I went with a pixie, it was a complete shock. Okay, now I don't know astrological events, but yeah, I did have some major life changes, and Spirit wants me to share. One of the things a lot of, especially women, and sometimes men as well, do is cut your hair when you go through a major transition in life, okay? And the reason, the energetic reason for that sometimes can be because, believe it or not, our hair holds memory, okay? So when you're going through a very deep process of cutting the past, and this is a North Node, right? Moving towards your North Node, towards your destiny, you try to get rid of things that don't resonate with you anymore. And it can be difficult for people around you to see that drastic shift. So that's just an example. You may color your hair pink, or you may start a new exercise program, change your diet, anything. But this is about what you want to do, how you want to see yourself, how you want to show yourself to the world. The start could be quite unexpected, but it'll kind of go that way for the rest of the year. So Hanged Man, I'm getting some, as I said, philosophical changes. And the Sun. Yeah, it's like you've done your work, okay? You have a different perspective on life. As I said, either not about like how you just portray to the world, maybe how you see yourself and what you value, right? How do you identify? What do you identify with? And this is, again, finding that inner happiness, okay? So your inner, let's say, happiness compass is shifting, okay? Your value system is shifting. Again, if I said in the intro, that is what Taurus is going to do for everybody, for the collective, for the rest of the year. That's where the North Node is. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's just get cards out. Eight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Yeah. This is really good. This is very powerful. Let's get one more. Three of Swords. Wow, okay, that took a turn. And King of Wands. Okay, and the bottom deck energy is Six of Pentacles. So there is, if I stitch it all together, there is a feeling of where you may have overgiven to the world, to the people around you, especially because we see this coming up over here, the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the King of Wands. As I said, some of you are going through a shocking revelation as it compares to your identity, okay? Physical body, your outlook, your self-image, life philosophy, your opinion. So there is an awakening happening. And again, it doesn't mean that every Taurus is going to go through it, but hey, North Node is in Taurus for the collective. Uranus is very close to the solar eclipse. Eclipses bring sudden changes. And this is almost something that's going to see you through a very long time with the Ace of Pentacles. This is the one idea, the one philosophy, the one pentacle that you plant that grows into 10 of Pentacles. But at the end of the day, your perspective on your inner happiness is really changing. Some of you may have taken, as I said, faith came up. You may have taken up some new passions, new studies, interest in astrology, the occult, or maybe some other practices that you're really drawn to philosophically. That may be a shock to the people around you, okay? And again, your journey is yours, their journey is theirs. You don't need to explain that to anybody. But yeah, I would say give the people, if this is people around you, give them about a year to really get in sync with the changes that you're going through, because you're going through a metamorphosis. That's what this is. This is a complete metamorphosis. And it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. The only thing I would say is watch out for is like, don't rush into it. We do have Eight of Wands underneath it all. It talks about there's like literally a sense of urgency that you have uncovered something, or you're thinking through something, and now you're gonna move really fast. So just watch for that. Don't burn yourself out. Hangman is telling you to take it slow and steady and easy. Now, there are some changes here. Again, Uranus, with the Tower card, but it's like you're coming into your passion, and it may be hard for people to understand that, and that's okay. So for some signs, I do get the clarifiers. What is this Three of Swords about, Spirit? What is the Three of Swords and Tower about? Look, I mean, you can't make this up. You have the sickle cutting away and the clock tower. So two towers. Okay, by the way, but this tower is very different. So let's talk about this one first. So the tower here, of course, talks about big shocks, big changes, like a sudden change, but underneath you have lilies, so a lot of peace and harmony, okay, underneath it all. Now, what I'm talking about, specifically the Three of Swords here, this is literally, I've been saying it as soon as I saw this, it's other people. So this could be family, this could be friends, this could be children, this could be parents, this could be your partner who does not or who do not understand what you're doing. And this is telling you, yes, it is correct to cut away from the obsession to having to prove yourself. And again, this may not be self-created. This may have been like conditioning over time, but you are cutting away from that. Now, this tower means it may be shocking to other people. This tower is very, very powerful also because it talks about protection. This literally says, this is where you are. You're high, 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 well protected in a very secure tower. Spirit is watching over you, okay? So this is, you're being called. You're being called to rise above the challenge, whatever this is. And all this is going to be in your area of self, okay? This King of Wands is you, in my opinion, even though it's not an earth card, but literally, this is what you're coming into. You're actually going to shock the world with how beautifully you're going to grow. Okay, all right, so let's see what could be the most beneficial for you, what could help you the most around this solar eclipse. We have Chiron. Yeah, there's healing. There is healing. You know, Chiron stands for healing powers, growth, amendments, personal growth. You know, if you don't know the story of Chiron, Chiron is the wounded healer. Okay, this is somebody who was, you know, actually, what's the term? Eternal, right? Chiron could not die. But Chiron was shot by an arrow of, I think, Hercules. I might maybe mixing up the story, but because it was from another divine being, Chiron was blessed to never die, but the wound was so bad he could not never heal it. So, and Chiron's job was actually, or his job, his passion, his purpose was to actually heal other people. So that was a story of the wounded healer. Like, he could heal everybody but himself. And Chiron in astrology represents our conditioning, our home culturing, our system, our society. What are areas where we find ourselves constantly in a loop? Okay, that's a healing loop. This is gonna unlock something that's gonna finally heal those wounds for you, okay? And it's happening where you're finally coming out on top and completely reinventing yourself. It's a very powerful, I mean, regardless of the spread, this is happening in your house. It's next to North Node. It is, next to Uranus. So this is, again, your year anyway. So, but this, the cards are saying there is some cycle that you need to end, you need to cut out, and it's going to completely change your entire outlook. Okay, let's get you a closing message from 𝗦𝘂𝗿𝗄𝗿. You have confidence is your key to success. There you go. So tap into a little fire. That's why I felt this fire, even though it's not your card, it represents you. So tap into that fire. Confidence is key to success. Your job, you have Leo, you have Aries, and you have more Leo energy showing over here. So very heavy fire energy supporting you to cut things off that don't resonate with you anymore and move forward, but don't rush through it. That's very important because this is kind of hovering underneath the surface, okay? Confidence is the key to your success. You are going to be amazing. You'll look back after, you're going to see what happened. Okay, thank you for watching, Taurus. We'll move on to the next one. All right, Gemini, let's see where this is happening. Please go watch the intro if you haven't already. This eclipse is happening in your 12th house. Ooh, this is deep. This is deep. 12th house is our subconscious, okay? It's our dreams, our karma, our, what lessons we learn, how do we forgive people, do we carry the baggage forward? Generally, this is internal energy, okay? So this is, you're going to experience it, not necessarily overtly to the world. The world may not see it, okay? Usually 12th house is the hidden house, okay? That's why it's the house of the subconscious. And this is where therapy comes in. This is where our healing, our shadow work, and if you're into our spirituality or our spiritual development, prayer, all those things come into the 12th house, okay? So this is going to affect you internally. And again, also an excellent time for those of you who've been thinking of seeing a life coach or getting a reading, astrologer, tarot, whatever, or getting a Reiki healing, any sort of internal healing or things around intuitive guidance. they're going to help you quite a bit at this time. They may bring something unexpected to the surface. Okay, there may be some things that have been laying within your subconscious, some past wounds perhaps, or experiences that may come up because we have Uranus here. Okay, so unexpectedly that comes through. So let's see what tarot has to say. And again, the effects would last up until a year. This is just the start of the eclipse season. So let's see what we have for Gemini. Yeah, there you go. Subconscious. The subconscious showing up with the moon energy. Okay. I have the 7 of Pentacles. Yep. Okay. Let's see. We have the 3 of Cups. Queen of Swords. Ah, there you go, High Priestess. I had that feeling. With the Moon and the High Priestess and Queen of Swords showing up, this may be a big awakening moment for you. I'm going to just put it out there. And the Chariot. Okay. Moving forward, really, really strong. Really strong. Bottom deck energy, we have the Hierophant. Man or woman. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 major arcanas in a 6-card spread. This is a significant time for you, even though it may not be astrologically, because some other signs are much more affected by it. But for you, because it's in the subconscious house, you're gonna break away from this, the 3 of Cups. I'll tell you right off the bat. This is where you know, Gemini is a very loving sign, okay, and your card is a Lovers. You're very fun going. You have a lot of friends. You're very active in the community, you know, friends, neighbors, family, whatever have you. But this story is kind of showing, and this will speak true to some of you, like really, really true. You may have been hiding true feelings under all the fun stuff. And by fun, I mean that, yes, we get together with friends or family. We take care of each other. We are, you know, always putting up a happy facade or a happy appearance. Let's call it appearance. That's a gentler word. And with this eclipse, there's going to be something sudden that changes within you. Something that you've been afraid of that's going to come to the surface, and it's been sitting there for a while, but the truth is going to pop through, okay? You know your truth of truth, that whatever this is, if you have been doing things to please or stay up, keep up with the social or emotional or let's say physical family appearances, you won't be able to do that for much longer. I can tell you right that, because this is where you're there's like a coming out of that, breaking through moment that's happening. And you have the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords. This is all very, very strong intuition, okay? You have the answers within. The High Priestess holds the wisdom within. She does not need anybody to tell her, but she also does not need to show her wisdom to anybody, okay? So this theme is coming up today. Is like, you don't need to prove anything to anybody, but you know your truth. You know your truth. Queen of Swords is a bit of a cold energy because she knows the truth. She has piercing truth when she says it, right? But there have been some underlying fears that have been holding you back in this pattern of like, I'm just going to pretend it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. It's all fine. You know that meme? There's fire all around on it. It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. That's going to break away. You're going to break away from some traditional expectation, and it's going to be a mental switch. And from there, you're going to just charge ahead. Really charge ahead. You're going to come out so powerful and victorious. It's like doing all the foundational work and then just charging ahead, full speed ahead. This is where you learn how to balance your heart over your head, your shadow versus your light, and accepting yourself completely as who you are. Again, you are the twins, right? The Gemini is a sign of the twins. There's always a positive and a negative, but Gemini is the one who can actually move forward very quickly. Or not. Sometimes it can go both ways, right? Because there's a tug of war. But that's what you're managing and coming out through on top of it. And over the next year, you're going to see some major shifts in your philosophy and what you carry, what traditions you agree with and identify with. Okay. It's going to come out to the world later. This is very internal energy. But yeah, you'll be very strong, and that's when the world is going to see like you're creating your own tradition in the future. What's going to help you is a sextile opportunity. So seize any such opportunities. As I said, this is a very perfect time if you want to seize the opportunity to see a life coach, to start working and doing your shadow work, to start asking, what am I being called to do? What am I missing? What does Spirit want to tell me? Those type of things. Again, doors will open, or there may be open doors. You just need to walk through them. Okay, just take that little action. Again, this is also about being a Gemini. You will be able to have very good conversations around and ask the right questions, and just invite that energy in, invite the guidance in to you. Okay, that's what it's going to really bear a lot of fruit, because sextile creates a lot of opportunity and a lot of positive outcome from that. So let's get you a message from Moonology deck. Let's see, what is your message for this eclipse? Gemini, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. How beautiful is that? Again, like, don't get caught up in what's expected of you. Do you really accept that? Is that how you see yourself? So look at the big picture. Don't think about like the tactical connections, the day-to-day and the obligations. Those are very, very, you know, kind of, for lack of a better word, mundane expectations that we get caught up in, and then we lose sight of what we really want to do here on Earth. Okay, so that's what you're being called to do, is look at the bigger picture. It all starts with a lot of inner work over here. So this solar eclipse is going to be a good catalyst to start on that journey. That's what I have for you. Thank you for watching, Gemini. See you next time. Hello, Cancer. Let's see where the solar eclipse is helping. Oh, okay, maybe that's the word, helping you. That just popped out of my mouth. 11th house. Oh, this is interesting, because 11th house is about our community, our friendships, the groups, the larger social circle that we associate ourselves with. But 11th house is the house ruled by Uranus. So this solar eclipse, if you haven't watched the intro, it's a very short one, go watch it. There are going to be surprising elements that come through, because it's the eclipse and it's right next to Uranus, and Uranus rules the 11th house. Could also be, if you know any Aquarius, this may be a very interesting time. Again, I completely trust the divine when words pop out, like helping. So there may be a friend or a community that may help you, or that may need your help. Okay, and this could be a time where that suddenly pops up into your life and you work towards it, and then, you know, the culmination is over the whole year that we have ahead. But this could mean coming into new friends, coming into new communities, new shared interests with friends or people around you in the local community. I think joining a class, starting a class, coaching, taking coaching, anything like that. But again, the theme is helping. So let's see, and it may be unexpected, it may just come out of the blue. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for my beautiful Cancer, for whom this is happening in the 11th house. Friendships, there you go, there is good party time. I mean, there's good connections. Okay, yes, helping you heal from, there could be, as I said, shared interest. This could be, let's draw the cards. This could be something like, you know, there was a meetup group. They used to happen a lot. I used to really go to them. I love those. Don't happen anymore. Like, everything is, you know, virtual, just like this reading. But that could be something like that, where people heal together. Okay, yeah, look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, this is a big time, big moment for you, Cancer. Woo. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, I'm completely stumped. This is why the term helping was coming through. Let's get one more, and the Emperor. Wow. Again, 4 out of 6 cards are major arcanas. Underneath it all, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is the time to heal. This is the time to rest, or you will find a respite, or you know, finally some sort of peace after this chaotic cycle. So there's been something that's been going on for a very long time. This may have been solitude, because we're talking about the 11th house. 11th house is our friend circle. So you may have been coming out of a time where you literally were by yourself and you felt there wasn't any support system for you. That cycle is ending, okay? The wheel is turning. This usually does represent a long cycle, and you're coming into a space where you can finally heal the wounds that you have. And this could be anything, okay? This could be, let's say, a financial setback, a career setback, a relationship setback, anything around where you have been, let's say, disappointed or heartbroken, okay? It could be a person or a thing, or an aspect or an axis of your life. You are still shook about it, okay, with the Tower here. I mean, by shook, I mean, I don't think you were surprised by this event, but you were more so shaken up, okay, where you've been thinking through, how do I move forward? How do I take the next step? Where are my people? Who is there who can hold my hand? And not so in terms of like walking you through things, but it's like, who can understand me? Who can I bounce my thoughts with? Who can I just share a common language with? And that's what's coming here right now for you around the solar eclipse. You know, you will come into, you can call them soul tribe, people who will have similar thoughts, similar experiences, and go through a healing journey together. There is a coming through. So it's almost, I won't be surprised if some of you actually start that group, because you're showing up as the Hierophant here. I mean, this is the conscious, right? So what you should plan for. Find that community where either you can join, or if there isn't one, why don't you start one? And people will come and you will grow this community, and you will be the leader here, okay? Regardless whether you're the leader of this community or not, you will come out on top, okay? Look at that. Look at that, how you're surrounded by major energies. And at the end of it all, it's bringing you a lot of peace, it's bringing you healing, and it's bringing you good connections overall. This is the start. This is the start of your healing journey and your ascension and your elevation, leveling up in life, supported by people. Okay, so this is no longer a solitary journey. Wow, very beautiful. I love it, Cancer. So let's get one energy. Okay, what could be the most helpful? That's going to be my question. We have Ascendant, so outlook. Okay, this is our outlook on life, what we should do versus what we have been doing. That's what the Ascendant is, and what it's almost like it's giving me the North Node energies, like, you know, your point of view, your outlook on life. What are you going to change externally? What image you want to you know, create for yourself? So this is leaning into the future, no longer staying in the past, okay? No longer staying in the confusion and the hurt and the shock of the change in our environment, rather stepping into it and creating our own outlook. That's what's available to you at this time, Cancer. So let's see. Let's get you a closing message from Luna. And it says, you are very close to achieving your goal. Kipis Moon. There you have it. You're very close. And as I said, this cycle is ending. You're very close to achieving it. What I would say is it is about community. It is in the 11th house. So either build a community or find your community and come out on top. And this is very close to completion. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you for watching. All right, Leo, let's see where this is happening for you. So the solar eclipse in Taurus is happening nice in your 10th house. Wow, this is good. So 10th house is your, of course, career, which is the more straightforward one. But if you want to think of the wheel, this is the top of the wheel, your astrology wheel, right? This is your social standing, your status in society, your career, profession, title. You can look at it that way. Your accomplishments, right? And this can also be, of course, relationship status, because that comes in the status realm, correct? So This solar eclipse could bring some aha moments when it comes to your career, when it comes to your social standing. There could be something unexpected, so look out for that, some sort of breakthrough that happens because Uranus is involved. So there could be some kind of surprising element that could give you an opportunity to change this over the next year, okay? But this could be a good shake-up for you to find that opportunity. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for Leo. So this is the spotlight. I mean, this may either bring you, because I'm seeing like two spotlights here. It's like the fame, you know, being on the stage. Look at these two spotlights. So you may be in the spotlight, or you may start something around this time that brings you in the spotlight and helps you achieve that center stage and establish something over the next year. Okay, so let's see what comes through. Spirit, there we go. There's that aha, I told you, surprise. There is some surprise offer. Okay, this will surprise you. Again, it's Uranus, it does throw us surprises, so just be open to that. But it'll be a pleasant surprise because the page is pleasantly surprised by the fish that's jumping out of the cup. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, 2 cups center stage, 2 of cups and page of cups. This could even, as I said, relationship status. So let's get all the cards out. It could be changing for you. Ooh, High Priestess or Major Arcana. Let's get more. 4 of Wands. I was shuffling and 4 of Wands did peek its head out in that. Ooh, the World. Major changes, major changes. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this could be, let's read it a couple different ways. In bottom deck energy is the Knight of Wands. So it's all about following your passion at the end of it, okay? So this eclipse may bring some realizations, something that has been within you for a while, because we have the High Priestess here. Okay, there is a change coming forward or available to you. And it's really your decision if you want to step through this new portal, okay? The World talks about, again, you're flanked by major arcanas, you know, subconscious and conscious. It talks about ending, wrapping up old cycles and beginning new. Now, for some of you, this could be all about career. There's something that you've been thinking about, launching, maybe work from home, you know, something that you get to design however you want. You're really passionate about it. You know, it really aligns with your soul, because this is also the 1111 card. And out of the blue, a surprise offer comes through, a surprise partnership. Somebody who sponsors your work, somebody who gives you the right guidance, a mentor shows up, something like that, that helps you walk through this new beginning that you're planning on, and that kind of brings you into having everything you desire. Okay, it's like having both hands full with the things that you desire. So this could be the career manifestation. For others, of course, this could be an offer coming through. We do have the marriage card here. So this could be an offer of engagement, or if not that, commitment. Okay, so you may be in a relationship where you are very intuitively in sync with each other, but may have, you know, just like been very fluid with it, and now it's coming through as a surprise. Either you propose or they propose, or it's like the next level in the relationship. You want to move in together, you want to give each other labels, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever, or something like that, where we are now committed and we are kind of creating that new chapter for us, and then creating a seamless synergy between 2 people. Okay, so this could be, again, relationship status or career status. Something is coming. You may have known this, you may not have accepted it to yourself, because the High Priestess is there, okay? So very positive, and if anything else, this could be like a surprise job offer that comes your way, and you're like, wow, it's gonna make me travel the world, and, you know, will I be able to juggle it? Yes, you will. Just go with it if it calls you, okay? That's what this is. So let's see. Oh, that was too soon. Let's see what could help my beautiful Leos the most at this time. Please excuse the outside noise. There's been a lot of cars and motorcycles today, like just revving. So, okay, conjunction, empowerment. So there we go, strengthen joints forces. So conjunction is, you know, like union with another. And this is, think of it as synergy, right? When we get one person together, the output is more than two people combined. Okay, that's the synergy I'm picking up. So be it career, be it, let's talk career. If it's just reputation and career, this could be, again, a very fruitful partnership that will empower you to create your empire, okay? If it's relationship, again, this is a very positive thing. It's like, you know, giving, letting each other in, also moving together. So conjunction is moving together, okay? So that element is available to you. You gotta see it as a joint or shared goal instead of just pursuing it on your own. That's just something that's coming through. So be open to any partners, mentors, or if it's romantic, allow your partner to come forward for the next stage, or allow yourself to approach your partner and talk about, hey, I really feel a strong connection. I would like to commit, however the conversation goes. I don't know. So just allow that, because there's a lot of, you're empowered to do that. All right, let's get you your moon message. We have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Came up for another sign, but it's, again, the Leo energy coming up for you, Leo. A lot of fire over here. So, and you're taking center stage. Okay, so just be confident, be passionate, follow your passion, and everything will line up. You may be surprised. Again, don't think it's going to happen just at this eclipse, but this will be opening the doors for you to see it to fruition within the next year. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, Leo. Hello, Virgo. Let's look at where this eclipse is happening for you. So the eclipse is in Taurus. Go watch the intro. Let's see what we have. We have the 9th house. Very nice. So 9th house is adventure. Okay. And you know, the keyword here is seeking. I love this because it's all about foreign travel, adventures, again, travel. Oh, we've missed travel so much. You know, higher education, other religions, spiritual pursuits, philosophies. It's a global, think expansion. So if you've been, you know, waiting to start, like, let's say, an online channel, I think that's coming through, that you want to reach a global audience, or you want to literally travel, or any visas, green cards, anything like that, even like new cultures you want to explore, new communities you want to explore. That's the area this eclipse is affecting, or being, yeah, affecting for you, Virgo. Okay, so there could be, because Uranus is involved, there could be a surprise element to it. It may just come out of nowhere, like an opportunity may come out to start a global channel, or start, you know, your travels, or apply for your passport. I don't know, there's literally like passport over here. But yeah, so just be open to that. Let's see what the cards have to say for Virgo. But it's time for expansion. That's what I'm hearing. That's the word that's coming through the most. There it is, that offer. Page of Pentacles. So it's an offer, something coming through or available to you that you're going to admire. You're actually going to really be, really like it. There you have Empress, Major Arcana. Very earthy energy for my Virgos. Let's see what else. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Look at that. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, excuse me. And then let's get one more, and we have the Eight of, there is your travel. There is your seeking. It's amazing how this is coming under the seeking term over here, because this person leaves 8 filled cups behind because they're seeking the Two of Cups, which is the actual inner happiness that they get, right? So for some of you, this could really be literally a spiritual quest, okay? A quest of who you are. What are your belief systems? What is your faith? Maybe it could also be like learning about esoteric, learning astrology, learning tarot, Reiki, any of those things. But that's what you're walking toward. Let's see what we have here. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, interesting. So the King of Swords can be a little cold, but they're very intelligent, right? Very diligent. So Virgo, obviously you're very well planned, very thorough, very diligent. This is a very high level of intellect over here, even though this is an air energy, but that's key to Virgos. So there may be this is very interesting. You have 2 8s here, by the way. You have a 4 and 2 8s. They're all like divine numbers, angelic numbers. Sorry, 6 over here. Okay. There could be a surprise offer that empowers you to work on your dreams, and that may require walking away from the status quo. Okay, because this Lover's card is not speaking so much as love to me. It is speaking a major decision, and that will require very crystal clear, practical decision making. Okay, an intellectual decision making from the head than from the heart. This could be a major decision. Some of you could be taking up jobs in another state, in another country. You could be taking up a traveling blogger job, a photographer that travels the globe. Those are just examples that are coming through. There are many options available to you. This is top of mind for you. Is you need to know you have more options than you think. Yes, you know it's going to take hard work, and you're not afraid of that, because this is in your subconscious. You're not afraid to work hard. You work hard, perfect your craft, keep learning, keep growing. But here, the biggest message here is you need to see yourself as the Empress that you are. And this is not gender specific, but you can create whatever you want wherever you go. The Empress does not worry much. She's so fertile. And again, there's blessings from Venus, but it's like she's ready to birth new ideas. So just believe in that you have the power. If you need to make a decision, just use literally your list, okay, your intellect, then listen to your fears, and stay in that power, because you may be able to finally pursue what you've been seeking. This could be an individual emotional goal, a personal goal, a career goal. Whatever that is, there is seeking and traveling and moving. There is movement available to you. Now again, as I said in the intro, it does not have to happen at this eclipse. But this eclipse is going to bring you that aha moment with Uranus, okay? It's going to shake things up in your mind and help you see clearly what is it that you really need to pursue, okay? It's a very empowering time for you, Virgo. Let's see what could help you the most at this time. How to take charge of the seeking, okay? We have Leo the Lover showing up again. Yeah, follow your pursuit, your creativity. What is your passion? What do you want to go after, okay? And also be a little playful about it, because I'm an earth sign myself. I know earth signs can be very serious and very goal-driven. The Lover showing up here in the Leo, I mean, it really talks about being playful. Leo is a sign of being playful, being creative, very childlike. And that does not mean childish. It's childlike. So having the curiosity to explore. So tap into that energy. And the more you tap into it, you'll be surprised at how many options open up for you. Okay. That's the main thing that's coming through. Okay. Let's get your moon message. I really like this. It's like very philosophical, like your whole spread. It's such a, higher realm exploration type of energy over here. And you have faith in your dreams. Vaccine crescent moon, there you have. That's your message. Have faith in your dreams, okay? They're worth pursuing, even if that means that you may have to leave the tried and tested behind, okay? Just tap into your creativity, tap into your loving, playful nature, and have faith in your dreams, because you can pursue them. There's definitely some sort of pursuing happening over here. And I just looked at the bottom and it says, show the world the real you. Okay, so there's something about the world, there's something about pursuing, there's something about being confident and pursuing your dreams, not being afraid to work hard, but at the same time creating room to play. Okay, that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you for watching. Hello, Libra. Hope you're doing well. Let's see where this eclipse is affecting you. So 8th house, intimacy. So 8th house is, again, it's taboo topics. It's a Scorpio house. It's about sex, intimacy, death, taxes, but it's also about investments. And generally it is, again, it is the other people money house. And let me explain that. That means your investments, your loans, mortgages, financing, bonuses, commissions, even inheritance. Okay, those things that are not directly tied to just your salary or your base pay. So quite an expansive house. Now, it may be because we have the eclipses in Taurus, which is all about what we value and who we value. I feel there could be some aha moments, Uranus, surprise, around a new investment strategy, a new funding strategy, or a new sexual identity or intimacy or new way that you express yourself. And it could also be like a, you know, a Kundalini energy rising, awakening, like major shadow work and blowing up sort of energy as well. So all that sits in this 8th house will be impacted because of these two at play over here. So just be open to it. You may be surprised that maybe, you know, yes, it comes with some sad news sometimes. You know, the inheritance could come through, or maybe like somebody just decides to fund a project for you, or refinancing. I don't know. So just be open to that. It could come out of nowhere and could be a good opportunity. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Libra. Let's see what we have. Surprise! Surprise, surprise. Ooh, interesting. That card's in the reverse. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I don't do reversals. So when a card does come out in reverse, it has significance. Actually, let's keep it this way. I just want to... This is very interesting. Okay, let's see what else. We have the Emperor, another major arcana. We have the 7 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles. So this is so funny. And then we have the Hierophant at the bottom. So a new institution. Okay, this is a new tradition, and by institution it can be a whole new bank system. You could be dabbling with crypto. I have no idea about it, so don't ask me and don't take me as a source. But this is a tradition that you may have felt you've been blocked in. Okay, this could be you know, like those crowdfunding or crypto or unconventional ways of acquiring funds, because you will acquire funds one way or another. With the Queen of Pentacles here, you will have plenty. You do have the boss energy in your subconscious, right? You are meant to rule. You're meant to have investments and have like a very healthy, thriving 8th house. Okay. And for even though this says intimacy, I don't think for today, for the group watching, there is any relationship type energy coming through. This is like pure finance, investing, funding, mortgages, anything like that going, because you may have felt you're kind of like a little trapped in traditional financial systems. What does that mean? So if you're trying to buy a home, there's too much red tape with the amount of funding you got to show. You know, some lenders are now asking for 2 years worth of mortgage that you have to show that you have. Crazy things, houses going like 30-40% over asking. That may have felt very restrictive to you. But this eclipse may bring a very surprising offer or a very surprising take on things, What could that be? You would know that best. But it could be, for example, you and a sibling, and this is coming through, could buy a home together. And I'm just taking home as an example. It could be anything. It could be a business partnership. It could be launching something new where you needed financing, or your loan finally comes through, but that could be quite surprising. Now, this one here in reverse is like, is actually very interesting, and I don't say that often. So do take it with a grain of salt, but this energy coming here is saying act on it. Act on it promptly. And I don't mean to rush anybody, but Tower itself is a very fast-moving energy, but we know Uranus is a very confusing, rebellious planet and can sometimes just really, really shake things up. You have two very powerful energies here, and next to it, you came the indecision card upside down. Okay, so it's saying, think it through, but do make a decision, because this may bring you what you've been waiting for. Okay, don't, stay in the past or stay in the burdensome process. Think of it as like, okay, it's just a process. It's just a checklist. I gotta do it. Step 1 through, whatever, 10. I just gotta do the steps, not let the steps worry me. But this is an important moment in time for you to make a decision. Now, don't go crazy quick. That's why it's like, I hate to tell people to like rush on things, because this could go either way. This could tell people not to rush in, and this could also tell people stop dragging your feet. So take whichever resonates with you. This is a general reading. And on finances particularly, you have to listen to your intuition very, very much. But know that you will be coming into a very stable time. Even if it takes up to a year, this is like stability, prosperity, abundance, fertility in all grounds, not just money. You're going to feel very well provided for. Could also be like a partner coming through. So just keep that in mind. Could be a new source of opportunity, of financing. Could be a side hustle. Could be a sponsorship. If you're on social media, a sponsor comes through and all of a sudden you have to make a decision, anything like that. So yeah, other people's money, investments. The one thing I want to call out, and why I pauses on the word investments, please work with someone who really knows their financial stuff if you're choosing to put money in investments at this time, because the eclipse can shake things up. We also have a Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune together in Pisces. All these three planets that are going on right now are extremely dreamy, they can create illusions, okay? So don't create new investments all of a sudden. And first of all, first rule is never put money that you can't afford to lose, okay? That's coming through. So yes, it's a Tower moment. It will be a great offer. It will be a surprise offer, but only do it if you have the funds, okay? I just want to call that out because I would hate to give financial advice overall. But regardless, there is an opportunity. You have the power to take this opportunity, and you will be provided for. So 8th house is pretty well activated over here, okay? All right, so let's see what's the one thing that could really help my Libras here. I mean, you're a Libra, you're very balanced. But we have Pluto, transformation, renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, personal power. The word power is coming through, and you have the Emperor and the Hierophant. They're both very powerful cards. So this may be a transformative moment because Pluto talks about power struggles. Okay, Pluto always challenges power, or it kind of creates power and kind of chokes us in until we break free from it. So there is a resurrection, there is a rebirth in your personal viewpoint and how you see your investments. What do you see worthy of investing your time and money and energy in? What type of contracts do you engage in? All that section or that sector is activated for you so you can transform it. Again, learn from past experiences and completely transform. This is your phoenixing moment. So really positive on the 8th house matters. Very nice. Okay, so let's see. What's one message for Libra around this solar eclipse? The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Yeah, that's why just gather your information before you make any drastic investment decisions or financial decisions, or even partnerships. So by the way, other sources of income can also be our spouse or our partner. So they could be a shift in that, or you could have that a jarring conversation here that may shift the dynamics of the financial dynamics between partnerships. So apply it as it fits, but the answers you need are coming. You do need more time. So don't let Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus and Pisces confuse you when it comes to the sector of life, okay? But overall, this would be a shift because it's an eclipse. So it is going to shift your perspective and move things along. And within a year, you're going to see major transformations, okay? That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you for watching. Okay, Scorpio, let's see where this is affecting your chart. So the solar eclipse in Taurus, along with Uranus, is affecting your 7th house. Very interesting. So this could be, this is all about others, okay? So the 1st house is us, and 6 signs past us is others. So there may be some surprising changes or ideas in your partnerships, in marriage, in your relationships, your social contracts, clients, anything like that. There may be some, and this is the Libra card, so there could be some surprising opportunities coming, or aha moments or breakthroughs. If this is for a relationship, again, this could be the companionship could be either taken to the next level or the opposite, maybe dissolved. You may choose to dissolve it. Again, you will know your situation, but this is with other people or opposition with other people that will be activated around the solar eclipse. Okay, so there may be some surprise elements coming through, and we're seeing some of the 5 of Pentacles here, but then we're seeing the Fool as well. So some new beginning, something new being activated when it comes to your personal or business relationships. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see what the cards have to tell us for our beautiful Scorpio. And it is going to be intense for you, Scorpio. Let me tell you why. Because the South Node, if you saw the intro, this is in the North Node, right? North Node is in Taurus, and South Node is in your sign. So this is the time where you're being forced to leave whatever you know, the familiar, and go towards the North Node, towards your destiny. So this is where it's a little intense for you, and of course Taurus, but Taurus is just being pushed to go even more further. You're being pushed to leave something behind. So it's like catapulting, okay, pull and then just release so you can launch into your destiny. So let's see what's happening in the partnership sector, in the relationship sector for Scorpio. It's a balancing act, which is nice to see because I saw the scales and I've been thinking about balancing. So balanced relationships, let's see more. Emperor, power dynamics is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's get more. Very nice. We have the Star. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. We have the 3 of Swords. We'll get more clarification on that. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. And bottom deck energy is the King of Swords. All right, I'm going to call out the most straightforward energy first. Some of you that have a realization at this point that if this is a romantic, this is for those who are in a romantic relationship, which that's why the words came through power dynamics, where it feels like it's a power dynamic between 2 people. that is going to dissolve, or you may choose to dissolve that because it's been a hard uphill battle. Okay, this is the card where energy, where we feel, is it worth it? I've worked and worked so hard on this relationship, and I'm still at a 7 of Pentacles. Is it worth it to continue investing, or is it time to part ways? It is a bit cold because the King of Swords is showing up here. So there may have been a power dynamic or some situation that has been quite difficult to solve despite efforts. And underneath it all you want to do is like really heal from it. Just take care of yourself, fill your cup first before you do anything more, because this, like, again, it's about feeling very vulnerable, but being ready to heal our raw skin, right? This is when the snake sheds the skin. When they go through the transformation and they shed the skin, their skin is pretty sensitive. It's pretty raw and requires a lot of tender care. That's what your soul is asking you to do at this time. Take care of yourself. See where you've been over investing and giving too much of yourself in relationships. It is time to heal that pattern. And again, no one else is going to heal this for you. You have to make that shift. And once you figure that out, there is, look at this, building blocks. You will find friends, you will find like-minded people, you will find the support that you need to build up again. This is not the end of your journey, okay? So some of you need to walk away from somebody where it has felt a little off balance. That's one story, okay? It's not going to be for everyone, but I can just like get a couple clarifiers on the Three of Swords. Yep, been anchored too long. Oh, there's another one that flipped to somebody. Or it's meant to release your anchor or drop your anchor with somebody new. If you know, there are two male, actually three people cards, court cards showing up over here. So this could really be a business partner or a companion. But there is sunshine, okay? There is healing at the end of it all. But you need to choose to not stay in the heartache. You need to choose to go after what inspires you, okay? Whether it be a person, whether it be your own passion. That's one storyline. For others, there could be actually the opposite story, and I'm not seeing that so much so in a romantic relationship, but more in friendships. In friendships, you may have like reunite with long-standing friends. You may get an aha moment that why am I not spending time with these people or this person? There are somebody who have similar interest or thoughts as you and kind of help you heal and step into your power. So they could be somebody empowering you to step into your power so you can start working on your next passion or whatever that is and start creating the building blocks, because the Three of Pentacles is never alone. It is with someone. So that soul tribe or that soul mate, again, friend, whoever that is going to show up, or you're going to reunite with them, or you may think of them at this point. Okay. Regardless of whether it's a relationship, a friendship, even if it's a business partnership, this is really, really important for you to evaluate, because Taurus calls us to evaluate. Are we stuck on some old value system that we need to release ourselves from, because that's causing a lot of heartache? And once you release that, you see the path open up quite a bit for you. So it's interesting because 7th house is about commitment. It is about relationship. It's about partnerships, contracts, but not like the 8th house contracts. It's more like romantic. It's marriage. It's relationships. But it creates opposition because we're going from one to all the way opposite with another person. So there's a little bit of a tug over here, okay? So there could be some surprising revelation for you at the solar eclipse or just around the eclipse. And then that may help you get on the path that you need to be on, that your soul desires to be on. So let's see what could help you the most. We have sextile, opportunities. So collaborate with people, be open to opportunities. You know, like it has collaborates and assists. That's what I'm feeling. There's something coming here. Some doors are opening where you'll be able to partner with somebody. Now, if this is strictly business oriented, the opportunity could be like working with a friend, or all of a sudden somebody sponsors you, as I said. Something like that is happening. So you need to be open to partnering instead of being Scorpio, especially with the South Node in your side, in your sign, being like in the mindset that you're gonna solve everything on your own. No, this is really encouraging you to actually be open to assistance, to be open to help, to be open to mentorship, if that's what it is. Whatever it is, it's like in addition to you. It's going to come from other people, and it would be amazing if you accept that and open up to it, because that's how you also get to stay vulnerable and receive help. And that's so it's a little bit of a divine feminine healing that's coming through that we need. So try to open up to that. Now look at this. Your Moonology message is a new start is coming. Look at that. Boom. This eclipse is going to open up something for you. It's going to at least open your eyes in regards to who you need to connect with, who you need to rely on, or who you can rely on or work with, because the sextile opportunity is over here and the Three of Pentacles. But there's a lot of healing. This is a healing journey, okay? Let go of the past. South Node, Scorpio. Let go of it. Move towards the North Node. Move towards your destiny. It was a very powerful time, a very powerful year for you. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see where the solar eclipse is affecting your chart. It's a 6th house. It's the house of craft. It's the daily routines, our work, our home, our routines. What time we wake up? What time do we commute? Do we make time for ourselves? Do we take care of our health, fitness? All of that. This is literally your day-to-day routine. So when we have, and this could be like diet and fitness and all those things combined, right? So this is a work and self, that type of routine. So with the eclipse, you may be called to examine what is it that you value, because we have Taurus. The eclipse is in Taurus. Taurus is all about our value system, our things we value and people we value, material, emotional, physical, mental. With Uranus, there may be a surprise revelation when it comes to your day-to-day routines. What does that mean? This could be, let's say you change up your fitness routine all of a sudden, or you decide to change up your diet, or you discover a new meditation technique, anything like that. But it's all about self-care. So be open to those ideas, to those breakthroughs that come through. It's coming through. So I'll say some of you may finally take the reins of solving a health issue that you may have had, but it's also, the eclipse may kind of jar you, these words are coming through me, jar you into acceptance and acknowledging that something needs to be done, that you need to change some health patterns or daily routine patterns to take care of yourself. Okay, so any of those realms is what is being activated at this time with this solar eclipse. And again, it's just like that moment when you start off something, you make a decision, you go after it, and you keep working at it, okay? And then within the next year, you'll see a marvelous results from it. So that's what's happening. So astrologically. Now let's see what the cards have to say for you, Sagittarius. Health, fitness, daily routines, your job, work, well-being. What do we have? Oh my goodness. Okay, Tower. Tower has come up quite a bit today. Some of you may discover, and Tower, and there you go, there's a decision. Tower and Lovers. Let's get all the cards out before I start blabbering away. 8 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. There's that newness to it. We have the Emperor. He was peeking at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling. So the Emperor is here. Quite a bit of fire energy for you, Sag. And then we have the Hanged Man. Piscean energy. And bottom deck energy is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, something needs to be worked on. Okay, here, and as I said, for some of you, it may be a health revelation. It could be, let's say you finally go for that annual physical examination and your doctor is like, cut back on the sugar, cut back on the fat. Something that is a bit shocking, okay, that will be revealed to you, and you have the complete power to make a decision on it. You may want to move quite fast on it. You know, again, like this is actually good because the tower, as I said, like jar, that word keeps coming through. It may like jar you or shock you or just like, you know, literally like hold you and say, all right, it's about time. It's high time that we do something about this, whether it's a mental health issue, physical, emotional, whether it's working crazy hours that are not sustainable. This is almost the energy of saying, hey, you're here to run the marathon. You're in it for the long game. You're the emperor, you know, rules a long time on their empire. And you really need to take a different perspective and say, how are you going to make that possible? So there is a new idea that's going to come. It is, again, a bit of contemplation with the Seven of Pentacles over here is like, okay, is this sustainable? What should I do? How can I water my plants better so they bear more fruit? So again, all this is about the sixth house energy. So watch for that. Be open to receiving those, you know, revelations. It could also be a friend offering you a new idea of like, I don't know, hey, you want to try keto, or you want to try vegan, or you want to try something like that, okay? Or have you tried hot yoga, or have you tried swimming? Something that you haven't done. It's a bit surprising. You could see it as passive aggressive, but it's your choice how you want to see it. If this is another person offering you this advice, they mean well, okay? They care for you. So just be open to that, open to receiving it and saying, all right, I understand and I need to fix this and I need to get on this right now. At least start it right away because I am the leader of my life, okay? And then you'll see like how much of an easy pace you get when it comes to work-life health matters, okay? It'll be like just hanging loose, a very different perspective on what is valuable in your life, okay? Because Taurus asks us about values. What are our values? You know, there's a saying, health is wealth. And that's the type of message that's coming through. So it's not meant to scare you. It's just meant to say, wow, this is an amazing activation time. If you plant the seed now, this is definitely going to grow, okay? It's a very, very powerful time. And over the next year, you may completely transform your work-life habits, and it will be a completely, literally upside down on how you operate today. You may see by the end of a year that you've completely transformed in that section. Okay, all right, so let's see, Sagittarius. What could help you the most at this time? Your sign showing up, the Voyager. So again, this again talks about enthusiasm, right? Sag is a very enthusiastic, adventurous sign, and also like full of fire. And I said we had fire showing up, quite a bit of fire for you. And then there's fire in the tower as well. But this is really saying you can actually do it. This is completely in your power. You are completely in your element. And Sagittarius can sometimes be a stubborn energy, but use it. Use that stubborn energy and say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to start it now and I can see this to fruition. That's what it is. It's independent. It's just like having that gutso and that, you know, just a level of confidence and grit. That's what's coming through. So don't be deterred. Don't be deterred if, you know, if someone else gives you an idea and you're like, oh, you actually need to join a class. Oh, we need coaching. You need blah, blah, blah. Now, once Sagittarius makes up their mind, they've made up their mind. So you could completely create your life create your routines, your life the way you want them to be. So be in your element. Be also adventurous because the Voyager is coming through. I see a big plane here. Again, this could be a shift in philosophy with the Hangman, that you look at health and wealth and job in a very different way. It may be for some of you what's coming through that you may have been giving too much power to the job, saying, well, this is what I need for sustenance. And you may have a complete philosophy shift or philosophical shift saying, well, actually, I'm just meant to have fun with my life. And, you know, that should be my focus. And in order to fund that fun, I just need to do whatever I'm required to do in the job. So you shift the weight, the paradigm shift. So that may be happening for some of you. Okay. So anyway, a lot of messages coming through for you guys. So let's see one final advice from the moon. We have meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. There's a Pisces energy. So meditation may be controversial to you. You may not believe it, but hey, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Be adventurous about it. Be open to it and see, oh, what have I got to lose? Let me just try it. And you may be surprised at how elevated and how peaceful you feel after it. You may just be completely hooked on it, but this is also just a message like go with the flow. You know, don't overanalyze things, but just try to be adventurous and go with the flow and creative. But definitely, if this has come out, see if you want to try any guided meditations. There are plenty on YouTube. There are also sleep meditations. I highly recommend those because that's the one I can do, is put it on, go to sleep. It's really, really healing and powerful. So those are the messages for you, Sagittarius. Take care. All right, my fellow Capricorns, let's see. Wow, 5th house. So this eclipse is happening in your 5th house. 5th house is passion, it's romance, it's dating, it's love, it's also a lot of fun, entertainment, it's kids, okay? Creativity. So this could be a time, and when you talk about creativity, it could be like a business that you've been thinking about, or a hobby that you've been trying to monetize, anything that brings you joy. Okay, this is the house of joy and fun and love and laughter. That's what's being activated. And with Uranus here, again, Taurus is going to ask you, like, what do you value? Okay, what is joy to you? What is love to you? What is fun to you? And then Uranus may bring like a surprise twist to it. So what this could mean for any of the single Capricorns who are looking, they could be a surprise connection that comes through and just like out of nowhere, because that's the eclipse energy. That could happen. Or all of a sudden you may see, like if you have children or a child, they just blossom into this new individual and you're just like full of joy with how much they've grown, and it's like a complete transformation. Or it could be something like, you know, you finally are able to fund your project and you're able to launch your business, any of that. Okay, so it's a very fun energy, but it could be surprising how quickly things just fall into place. That's what's going to happen with the planets involved here. So let's see what the cards have to say for Capricorn. Lovers, love. So just tell the universe, if you're looking, that you're open to love. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. Very nice. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords. Very nice. Very nice. I have the Ten of Wands. This, I think, early on came for another sign. I don't remember if it was Aries or Taurus. And then we have the Two of Wands. Beautiful. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. Why does this keep coming out? But it's a good one because it's a very Taurian energy for me looking at this imagery, because Taurus asks us to evaluate. What do we value? Who do we value? Okay, it's always a contemplative stage, and that's exactly what the Seven of Pentacles is. So in the joy sector, in the love sector, if you're single, this cycle is completely changing, and you need to be open to that, and you need to accept that. You need to really tell the universe, yes, I am ready to actively stop holding myself accountable to so many responsibilities, and I'm actually open to having a partner. Okay, I do not want to carry this on my own anymore. I am tired. I am done. I really appreciate a like-minded soulmate and I invite them into my life. Okay, this is for the single people because the wheel is turning. It's been a very long cycle, very, very long cycle of solitude, of a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, and really hardships, mental agony that is coming to an end. At this eclipse, you will realize how powerful you are. You are extremely attractive, very beautiful, very magnetic is what I want to say. And finally, there'll be some shift, some aha moment that'll actually help you see yourself that way, because the Queen of Wands is how people see you. They see you as somebody very intuitive, very powerful, very strong, very charismatic, and able to lure people in, but you may not have been seeing yourself that way. That's coming through. So this eclipse may shift your perspective, and this is just calling you to choose your perspective as how beautiful you are. And by being that vibration, of course, you invite invite a partner in. You do have the world at your fingertips as this person is holding. This is like a pivotal, passageway. Let's say this is the fork in the road where you get to choose how you want to spend your time. Do you really want to be in a meaningful relationship, or do you want to continue carrying the burdens on your own? Okay, so very, very, very powerful time for single Capricorns. Now for others, this could be related to anything in your business, in your kids' lives, your any of the other sectors that fall in the 5th house, anything that you're passionate about. Wherever things have been difficult, they're completely shifting their trend. They're completely moving away in a completely different direction where things are very loving, very, very attractive, as in like you're going to be a magnet for opportunities. Your luck is turning around, okay? And it's up to you how much you want to expand it. For example, this could be a hobby that you were, just doing, let's say, every other weekend at the farmer's market. I don't know, I'm just making it up. And then you decide, okay, the farmer's market was a good learning experience. Now I want to take this online. And hey, I'm going to reach more audiences because the globe is involved. This could be, forming a new community is what I'm hearing, learning a different culture, all from a very joyous and fun perspective. Okay, so take it as it fits. But yes, the fun house, the house of love affairs, joy, dating, fun investments, and actually gambling falls in this house, so don't gamble. That's not what I'm saying. But anything like, if you're called to play the lotto, like a $20 or something like that, if you're really, really called to it, it might be worth it. I don't know. I didn't say it. But it's a fun entertainment house. Okay, so let's see what could help you the most at this time. Capricorn, conjunction, empowerment. What did I say? So this is joining forces, okay, like the Lover's card over here. This is exactly what I was saying, whether or not you want to be in a relationship or not, but definitely be open to a conjunction, to a pairing up. Is it a friend? Is it a partner? Is it a family member? Whoever that is, because you will now derive or be able to draw on the energy of another person because you've been carrying everything on your own for too long. So allow that into your life. And again, this could be like an investor comes in to help you with your hobby and turn it into a business. That's fine too, because it's, your passion that you're pursuing. It could literally be being that Queen of Wands and allowing another person to come in and just naturally start feeling empowered. That's when the vibrations and the energies shift for you. Awesome. So let's see, what's your message from Luna? What is the advice? Whoops, we have, you are very close to achieving your goal. Give a smoon. So whatever that goal is, whether it's that hobby, that passion, helping your children through something, raising your children in a different neighborhood, whatever that is, okay? So you're very close to achieving it, but you got to believe it. You got to feel empowered that you can do it, and the right people will fall into your path automatically. The universe will provide. Those are the messages for you, Capricorn. Thank you for watching. Hello, Aquarius. Let's see where this solar eclipse is affecting your chart. It's going to be affecting the fourth house, your roots. That's the key word here. So this is your home, your family. You see the four corners. It can, in tarot, it's the 1111 card or the Four of Wands. Anything in your home sector, okay? Like your value system you grew up with, or the support that you get from your family or lack thereof, okay? There are going to be changes in the home sector. Some of you, this is also real estate, so some of you could be literally moving homes or buying a home or renting an apartment, something. There is a shift in that, or you may have a major revelation because we have Uranus involved, which is actually your ruler. So this could be a very, very powerful time. You have Taurus asking you to assess your value systems, your material, your personal value system. And then you have Uranus trying to shake things up, being the unconventional, very, very forward-leaning type of planet. And it's asking you to review your home situation, okay? Is it the contents of the home? I don't know. Maybe you need to detox the home. But it's the people who live with you, the relationships you have. What security system do you have? What family culture, if you want to call it culture, or value systems have you inherited, and do they resonate with you? Okay, that's what this eclipse brings. And again, it may be a very surprising idea, but that's something you could work on and see the results over the next year. So let's see what the cards have to say for Aquarius. Two of Cups, beautiful. Eight of Wands. There's that fast moving energy, very Uranian. We have the Ten of Swords. Queen of Cups. Oh, for your sign, I went up first. Interesting. Interesting how energy moves. We have the Nine of Cups. Look at the amount of cups. I love it. And then you have the King of Wands. Okay, so we have a pair showing up over here. I mean, kind of a pair. It's a complementarity, right? Water and fire. And bottom deck energy is the marriage card, Hierophant. Okay, so very many storylines, but let's go with the top ones over here. First of all, for some of you, the whole tradition, the whole institution of home and family may be shifting. Okay, there may be a different perspective on it. You may have been in an expectation to do things a certain way, to what family means, what a family construct means, and it may not have been resonating with you because that's coming to an end. It may have been too burdensome for you to really adapt to the old traditions, okay? So as you close that, what comes through is actually what makes you happy. What is home and family to you? What is your residence to you? What does your zip code mean to you? Does it bring you joy? And that clarity is going to come pretty fast because you're operating from a place of joy and from a place of love. You have the Nine of Cups in your subconscious, focusing on inner happiness. You have two inner joy cards here. This is more... it can be another person too, but I'm tapping into the individual first. This is inner happiness. What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? Tap into that. And look at the Queen of Cups. She is really focused on that cup. The way she's looking at it is what she loves and cherishes, okay? It may be different than what others cherish, but she's no matter focused on it. And that brings her into leading her life from a place of passion, okay? So again, not gender specific, but I just turn it into one storyline. The other storyline is, yes, there may be a disruption in a marriage, which leads to closing old doors, leaving, it's a divorce or separation. It could be marriage or relationship, but there is a separation here that releases you to really genuinely follow what your true happiness is, help you charge forward, bring you the time and the energy that you can focus on your own happiness, and as a result, attract the right people in your life, okay? King of Wands. So take it as many ways. It could also be super simple terms, real estate oriented, that traditionally you may have lived in a big family, something like that. Now it's time, it's become too burdensome. You need to move, you find a place you love, you move really fast, makes you happy, and like just gives you a new direction in life, okay? So take it as it fits, but something surprising, something out of the blue, unexpected, is going to reveal itself to you when it comes to your home and family arena, okay? So let's see what could help you the most at this time, Aquarius. We have the sun beings. So again, focus on your own life force, your own energy. What is your authenticity? That's why I keep feeling with these two energies over here, this may be a tradition long gone that you've been trying to stick to, but your heart calls you in a different direction. This is a very interesting card. Like there's an egg that's cracked open and there's a heart that pops out. This is so Queen of Cups. So again, follow your own life force, your spirit, your literally like what makes your heart beat, what makes you excited when it comes to how you want to establish your life, your home. Okay, what is your home? That's what this is. So be authentic to yourself, rise in your power. Again, fire, fire, fire over here. So just take charge and rise to the challenge. That's what this is saying. So let's get you a closing message from the Moon Oracle. For Aquarius, we have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So this is really nice. Again, at the end of the day, nothing is set in stone. You can create your own traditions. You can, close a chapter whenever you want. You can start your own traditions, follow your happiness, build your empire, whatever you want to do. You might as well like start a business from home if that's a goal, right? So it could be any of those things, but it's all it's saying is like, everything is open. Everything is a possibility. Nothing is set in stone. So just follow your own authentic self, your intuition, your calling, and you will come into the ultimate happiness that you see from a home and family front. Okay? Amazing. Those are the messages for you, Aquarius. Thank you for watching. Hello, my lovely Pisces. Let's see where this is affecting your chart. It's affecting the 3rd house. Okay. So, communication, siblings, neighbors, immediate circle, social circle, community, colleagues, but also learning, basic skills, okay, some new creative skills, or your immediate environment is what this affects, and of course communication, okay? So when we say the eclipse is happening in this sector, it could be, that's it, because social media and some like short-term dating also falls in here. I don't know what that is, but basically where you just want to date, all that kind of falls in here. So with the eclipse in this sector, you may find, because Uranus is a surprise, it's unexpected, you may find like an interesting skill that you want to pick up all of a sudden, or you may find an interesting person that you really enjoy talking and you learn from them, or they learn from you. It could also reveal something in your relationship with your siblings. For all of a sudden, there may be some healing all of a sudden, where you may talk about things that you haven't talked for years or decades and clear the air, something like that. Okay, so communication, elementary skills, basic skills, siblings, neighborhood, that type of area is activated. So let's see what the cards have to say for Pisces. And Pisces, there's a lot going on in your sign right now. Jupiter and Neptune are in your sign, so it's a very dreamy time, so just watch for that is all I want to say. That your communication is more clear to other people. They may not be able to follow you because they may not be on your wavelength. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but you may have a very optimistic view on life, and it may be hard for other people to follow. And then again, it's not your job to have them follow you, but just watch for that, because you have a lot of dreamy energy, which means you could be on a different wavelength than other people who may be very, very extremely grounded in some areas. Okay, so that all falls in communication. So let's see what we have. 10 of Cups, yay, happily ever after. Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card, Major Arcana, the Emperor. Oof, look at that. Look at that power. The Sun, beautiful. Leo, Aries. So it is Aries season, very, very fire activated time for you, Pisces. And then there you are, Pisces, King of Cups. Okay, very interesting. And then again, the Hierophant. Hierophant has come off quite a bit today. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So, look, there is overall a big shift towards happiness. And that could be, again, as I said, Jupiter and Neptune in your sign as well. It's dreamy time. It's a happy time. You're showing up in your element. There's super happiness. Sun is the most happy card in tarot. You have the ultimate happiness with the Ten of Cups. So this is friends and family and your neighborhood and your community. And then you have more Leo energy here. You're starting off with a bit of seriousness here with the Hierophant, which is the Taurus. Oh, that's why he's been showing up, because it's the Taurus card and it's in the eclipses in Taurus. Duh. Now it dawns on me towards the end of the reading. That's why the Hierophant is here, because there may have been some traditions that were a bit too strict for you in the past. This may have been a family conditioning, a social conditioning, whatever that is, but there were some structures around you that were a bit too rigid, and they are being shaken up at this time. It's opening up like conversations that have been long time coming. So I said for some of you, it could be a sibling relationship or even like a neighbor or colleagues where it's been a long time coming, but finally you're at a point where you're able to speak from a place of love, okay? This may have been a trying time with this rigidity, right? Because the lion or the strength card talks about how this person has to be so strong yet very smart about how they tackle the lion. It's a fire beast, so it takes compassion, it takes a lot of patience to handle this rigidness over here. But that phase is what may completely shake up at this point. Conversations may be more childlike, more enthusiastic, more happy, just more playful, and it may bring back a time of joy in your life, okay? Because you do come out on top, you do come out as a King of Cups, really happy, really in your element. So some conversation doors may be opening, so be open to that at this time. Even if they have been very rigid in the past, you'll be surprised. Uranus is all about surprises. Eclipses is all about surprises. So this is the season that's starting, and it'll be a completely different picture in a year. In a year from now, you won't even realize how happy your connections are at the end of the year versus how they started, okay? So it's a collective shift that's happening. And again, that's in the sign of Pisces. So very intuitive, very emotional, very happy and fluid energy is what's coming up. So let's get you, first this. So let's see what's going to help you the most to tap into this energy. What's going to help you the most, Pisces? We have more communication, third house. Exactly. Talk about your feelings. Talk about how you feel about if it's a family issue, if it's a community issue, if it's a sibling issue, a colleague issue at work, whatever that is, all it takes is a clear communication. And that theme is coming up because, as I said, other people may not be on your wavelength. So just like tap into you're wired, by the way. Pisces, you are wired to be good communicators. So use that strength, use that to change the narrative with other people. And that's what's going to tap into Mercury, okay? That's what's going to get you the most positive results. So let's see. Back to Moonology. What is an advice message from the Moon Oracle for my beautiful Pisces? What do you need to release? As clearly as I can say it. What do you need to release? So this is what, again, as I mentioned over here, there may have been some harshness. There may have been some things that you don't resonate with anymore. Are you ready to release that? That's the biggest question. And if you are, once you make that decision, because you've been really strong holding on to things that don't really resonate with you, but you've done it because that's what was asked of you or required of you in certain situations. But are you ready to release that and come into your own authenticity and use your mercurial energy to articulate it clearly to people? Again, your job is not to convince. I tell this to everybody. It's not about convincing others of your vision, of your strategy, but it is about being able to express yourself very clearly. So they may see your point of view. They don't have to agree with it because their path is theirs. Your path is yours. So take the time to clear any communications, because this has come out twice. This is a good time to start healing some patterns, start healing some conversations with people that you've been meaning to connect with. Just know what you need to release. Are there fears or ego that we need to release here? And that would help you the most. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.